I do appreciate the health department. It was a fantastic year. I worked with a lot of schools across the state, and our health department being able to stay open for our kids and our community, I think was fantastic. So we really do appreciate what they do. So also thank you for everything you guys do, Chamber. This is one of my favorite nights of the year, just to see our community and the great things that's happening and just the growth. And Eldon definitely has some exciting times. So it is a great place to be. So our final honoree is someone who has had a long career of service to his community, students, neighbors, and fellow Missourians, distinguishing himself with a high degree and integrity and a commitment to others. After graduating from Eldon High School in 1979, David Wood enrolled in the University of Central Missouri, earning a bachelor's degree with a specialization in mathematics. He was a teacher in Morgan County School District for more than 25 years and a telecom administrator for Capital Region Medical Center. Wood currently resides in Versailles with his wife Cheryl. They have 2 sons, Jonathan and Patrick, and 5 grandchildren, Joanna, Logan, Grayson, Jacqueline, and Parker. Elected to his first 2-year term in the Missouri House of Representatives in November 2013, David Wood represented Missouri's 58th district for 8 years. While in the legislature, Wood chaired the subcommittee on Appropriations, Health, Mental Health, and Social Services, was vice chair of the Budget and Education Committees, and served on many other committees, including the Fiscal Review, Elementary and Secondary Education, Appropriations, Trade and Tourism, and Emerging Issues in Education. A Rock Island Trail advocate, David Wood sponsored the original legislation in the House of Representatives, which helped lead the way to the creation of the Rock Island State Park Endowment Fund, which will be used for the development and operation of the trail. That was really significant. So David, thank you for that. Education, children, workforce, social services, and fiscal responsibility were a few of his legislative priorities. His legislative work on behalf of children garnered recognition from several organizations supporting children, such as Missouri Kids First and Kids Win Missouri. A highly respected representative, David Wood served the people of Missouri with honor. We are fortunate to have his strong leadership and support for our area. It is my honor to introduce the 2021 Citizen of the Year, Mr. David Wood.
Thank you very much for this recognition. I will admit I was a little nervous when Matt was announced he was going to get up here and do this, but he was very kind to me. Before I get any further along with this, 2 things. One, I'm not going to be as long as Rob Frazee. Worried about the 30-minute speech. It's not going to happen tonight. But one of the comments that I get for the last 8 years is, you show up absolutely everywhere. I got to recognize my beautiful wife, Cheryl, for that, because she read the 7 newspapers, many of which Trevor Burden printed, to make sure that I was at everything every day, and she has supported me every step of the way, and I can't say enough how much I appreciate her. So if you would... Now, the other thing is that it's a little odd to have a Citizen of the Year for Eldon who doesn't live in Eldon. Let me assure you that my house does not reside here, but as long as I'm alive, part of my heart will always be here. My family is here. I was raised here. I don't know how many in the building can actually say they have raced across town trying to beat the train. Go over to Grand Avenue. We can't beat the train there. You had to cross the overhead bridge. How many have driven across the overhead bridge? Okay. That's getting to be fewer and fewer all the time. But those of us who experienced that and have seen Eldon over the years, this is part of us. I'm going to tell the story of, very quickly. I was on that Emerging Issues Committee for Education. And we traveled across the state. We went to St. Louis, Kansas City, Southern Missouri, Northern Missouri, and we heard from school districts all over the place. And I was sitting in a committee hearing with a group of people, public testimony in St. Louis, and a gentleman piped up and said, you know, I was traveling the other day and I went down to Lake of the Ozarks and I went through a little town called Eldon, and it was just depressing. The factories had closed. The school was looking run down. Then I get down to Osage and I see a beautiful brand new building and thousands of dollars spent. And I shut him off immediately because I was extremely offended. And I explained to him, I said, have you not heard the quote, you can't judge a book by its cover? I said, the people of Eldon are wonderful. They have a great spirit. They are going to come back. The school district excels in every area I can come up with. The academics, the teachers, the administration are fantastic. And I am proud to have come from that school. And he had to back down very quickly because we have one of the best programs, one of the best cities in the state of Missouri. Yeah. And it was my great pleasure to defend Eldon in St. Louis because people don't realize what a gem we have in this community. Yes, it looks different than it did in 1979 when I graduated high school. There were businesses up and down Main Street, but now I see companies coming in and renovating buildings. An ice cream factory. I never would have dreamed having an ice cream factory in Eldon. I see the depot, which I remember as a concrete block building with trains actually running to and from, being used as a depot, is now going to be a beautiful building that's going to house the Chamber of Commerce. That whole end of town that used to have buildings that were falling down is now a beautiful health center and looking out for the health of our community with Lake Regional. The steps that we have made and the progress we have made is nothing short of miraculous, and it's because of you. The little piece I got to play in that by being representative of you in the legislature, helping with the Rock Island in any way I can, helping with education, coming up with bills that would support education, that was a small piece compared to what you do every day in the chamber and as citizens of this town. So I don't know why I get an award where you really are the ones that deserve it. But I am truly grateful for this, for the recognition. But most of all, I'm grateful for the honor and the ability to represent you for 8 years in the House. It was truly an honor to be your voice. So thank you.